So I don't know how to actually start this review because all I can say, I hope you guys really like this review because I did a lot of things that I would normally not do, like go to clubs, going to the loudest bus we can find, being the loudest environment possible, a lot of curse words.
Your jaw scratch is stiff. Your jaw scratch is stiff like crackers. Your jaw scratch is stiff. Your jaw scratch is stiff.
I could just start the review.
Technicational.
Hello folks and welcome to another episode of Technicational. My name is Peyton Wilmot, and before we get started with this long-awaited review, funny story, why this review took so long.
Oh my god, again with the toilet paper.
Alright, there must be a button for put this. I don't want you in this review. I am going to put you on mute. Well, I know what the button there.
Stop fight with him. The boy love him belly just pop.
Okay, I got rid of her and now we can continue the review. Now, forgive me for cleaning the earbuds, but I just don't know why people like white electronics, especially earbuds. They get dirty so easily. But the good thing is, the Redmi Buds 4 Pro do have a black variant, and you wouldn't be spending any time doing this if you go have the black one, because you know the dirt don't show that much. So keep that in mind. Now, the funny story about the review and why it takes so long with the Redmi Buds 4 Pro is that, believe it or not, I had the earbuds reviewing for 3 weeks before I realized that these earbuds don't really like Samsung. I don't know any other way how to put it. I attach it to my Samsung phone, using it on the Samsung phone, and the only option I had was to turn on LDOC and turn it off. That's it. 3 weeks later, I said, you know what? I need to figure out why this now works. So you know what? I go attach it to a Poco phone or a Redmi phone or something like that. I only had Poco devices, attached it, and a whole host of things open up. So now I can actually do the review properly. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is build quality and design. And you might be wondering why I don't show what you get in the box, because that's usually what I do first. But we actually did a separate unboxing video for these. So if you want to see that, you can click the right hand top corner and you can see that unboxing video. Anyhow, build quality and design. Now, first and foremost, the case that the Redmi Buds 4 Pro comes in is a medium to tiny case in the grand scheme of things. It can fit in a pocket, but it cannot fit in the small part of your pocket. And it's also very slippery. I can't count the amount of times this case actually slip out of my hand when I try to take the buds out of the case. But while doing that and how many times it drop, I can very confidently say, yeah, the case is very durable. It's not going to crack on you and it's not going to creak. So build quality wise, the case is superb. It does have a USB Type-C at the bottom to charge the case and charge the buds while it's in the case. Now there's a reset button also on the case, and the good thing about it is it's not very protruding, so you cannot accidentally reset the buds. So I really do like that little tidbit. Now when you open the case, it's very satisfying when it opens and closes. It's like a little magnet latch, and I really do like that. But getting the buds out with, I'm for say this, because it's so slippery and the buds are so tiny as well. Yeah, you have to have a good grip on both the buds and the case to get the buds them out without dropping the case or making the whole thing slip out. So my advice is that if you do get one of these, get a nice carrying case for it, or you'll be dropping these things all over the place. Okay, so when it comes to the buds themselves, once you pick the right tip, I can tell you these earbuds are comfortable and can be worn for long periods of time without any frustration whatsoever. I mean, in any given day, I have these in my ears for like 4 or 5 hours. I don't really do that with a lot of earbuds because they start hurting your ears after a while. But I had no problem with these being in my ears for a long period of time. So comfort, really good. And the touch sensitive part of the buds did not skip or miss a beat when I tried to skip songs or turn up the volume. So the touch sensitive parts are really accurate. Okay, so let's talk about sound quality and features. Now, I have to specify that when I'm talking about features, I actually was using the Poco F4 when I was reviewing the Redmi Buds 4 because I couldn't get any of these features on my Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now, let me talk about features. Boy, this thing is jam-packed. So you have different levels of noise cancellation depending on what you want. You also have 2 types of transparency mode, one that will prioritize voice over everything else, which is cool. Make it sound like you're like a James Bond spy person listening on conversations from afar. You also have the option to turn on and off LDAC, and if you're not using LDAC, you still have the option to do high quality audio. Now, these are just some of the things because you also have the fact that you can change up the double tap and the single tap for each buds by just going into the features of the earbuds, which is cool. Now, my experience. Whew. Well, to be honest, I was impressed. I was thoroughly impressed. I mean, I had these on, I turned on adaptive noise cancellation, meaning this will adjust the level of noise cancellation depending on where you are, and that's all you need to do. I was in a club and I could hear the music through the earbuds that I wanted to listen to, and I didn't give a rat's ass about what was playing in the club. I couldn't hear it anyway, and I was right beside the speakers. These things would just adjust to the level of noise cancellation and block out all the unnecessary noise, and I could listen what I'm listening to perfectly. I could hear the lows, the mids, the high, the bass, everything from these earbuds I could hear. And when me I talk about music, the Redmi Buds 4 Pro, the bass is great, the high end is great. I mean, it's a perfect balance of everything. It just brings every song that you ever listen to life, like you're right there when them did I make the music. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. The more and more I use Xiaomi devices, I realize they just have so many features jam-packed into them. Because you know what happened when I was using these buds? I was in the office and I didn't want to make people think that I'm having 2 earbuds and just a listen music and not working. So I placed one earbud inside the ear and I realized that the buds actually automatically switch from noise cancelling to transparency mode when you have one bud in your ear. So let's talk about battery life. And I have to say, I am impressed that we reach these levels when it comes to battery life on devices. Now, I mean, if I charge the Redmi Buds 4 Pro fully Sunday, I don't have to charge it back until Friday, Saturday. I mean, look at it. I listen to these earbuds at least 5 hours a day, and it giving me almost a week. But do note, this is one thing I realized while doing this, is that if the case dies before the earbuds die, it cannot connect to the device. Kind of find that weird. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on the Redmi Buds 4 Pro? You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's almost perfect. And before you crucify me, just listen me out. In the Android space of earbuds, you will not find a earbud that satisfy all of these categories. Great price, comfortable, the word pro at the end, good noise cancellation, and good battery life. I'm waiting for anybody to tell me I'm wrong. The Redmi Buds 4 Pro is one of the few earbuds out there that satisfy all of those categories, and it would be perfect if you could have used all of these features on Samsung or other brand phones. But as it is right now, I cannot figure this out. It's only when I attach the Redmi Buds 4 Pro to the Poco or a Xiaomi device that I get all these features. So there you have it, folks, the full review of the Redmi Buds 4 Pro. I am so sorry that it took so long, but I really had to make sure that the features could not work on Samsung, and I tried my best. So big shout out to Redmi for sending these earbuds out. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Continue to tell your friends and family about the channel. And until next time, people, keep safe and peace.
Snakes in the grass, you gotta watch where you step. Blood on the leaves, you either kill or be killed. When there's food on the table, you either eat or you starve. And when the sharks in the water, you either sink or you swim. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there.